Cool. So yeah, Nick, if you tell us a little bit about York Mind and what it's all about.
Sure, yeah. So York Mind, obviously we're a local mental health charity. We are linked to National Mind, but York Mind is its own separate independently registered charity. So all of our services are put in place in mind of people in the local area. So our services are created for what the need is in York. So you'll see with all the different branches that there are around the country, create their own services for what's needed in that particular area. And any funds that come into us are all used in the local area as well. So even though we're federated with National Mind, so we've got to stick to their quite high standards, and we've got, that national sort of level of backup, we're totally separate in regards to what we do and the income. And we've got all sorts of services from, obviously the big core service is counselling. We do a lot of adult counselling, we do counselling for younger people. We've also got other services such as advocacy, peer support, coaching. We've got young people's services, we've got a young people's drop-in centre, all sorts really.
Cool, yeah.
We cover a lot of things.
Yeah, really good. So in terms of like the fundraising, obviously we're doing a few kind of fundraising events for York Mind. I've done in the past. When people do generously give out their money, where does that kind of go, and how does that kind of help people?
Yeah, and just to say first, we really appreciate what you're doing, because we do really rely on people like you, and we've got other people like you in York that do the same thing, that support us year in, year out, and we're so grateful for that, because we couldn't do what we do without that. But the core service, again, the adult counselling, is what the majority of what you raise would go towards, because that's one of our services. Obviously a major service, but it's the one service that doesn't have any statutory funding from the NHS, the local council, or anything. It's purely funded by what we raise. So that's where your money would go towards. So one adult counselling session will cost us approximately £50 to put on. So bearing in mind, you've got to pay the staff, the supervision, the building, the heat, everything. It costs us £50. So, and then people will make a donation towards that if they can afford it. But that's where what your money goes to. So it enables us to provide that service for people who can't afford to pay privately or can't wait long enough to get on the NHS waiting list. Mm-hmm. So that's where we can get people. And one of our main aims is to get people before it gets so bad that they're in crisis. So if people can get the help that bit earlier when they need it, it avoids them getting to that crisis point.
Mm-hmm. That's useful information for everybody then, yeah. So if people are thinking of, helping fundraising in their own way, if people out there, what kind of stuff have you kind of got going on this year?
We've got all sorts of stuff going on, and it changes every year, but we always have a team in the Dragon Boat race if anybody wants to join in with that. We've always got teams in the York 10K, the Yorkshire Marathon. We've usually got some challenges on our website that involve like the Yorkshire Three Peaks or the National Three Peaks. We've always got stuff like that going on. But I'd say if anybody wants to get involved, just get in touch with me, really, because we're open to, we will support people. We've got an external sort of events company that we work with that are planning a Kilimanjaro trek, not this year, next year. So, but obviously we're trying to get people signed up for that now, which is going to be like a week-long trek. So all sorts, really. And even, but it doesn't, if people want to get involved with fundraising, it doesn't have to be massive amounts. If people are just doing something off their own bat, like a cake sale at work or something, they raise £50, every bit helps us. Because it all adds up. If we've got loads of people doing that, it all adds up, obviously.
Yeah. The more people contributing, then the bigger
we're grateful to whatever, every little bit helps.
Yeah, cool. And then if there is kind of anybody watching that is struggling at the moment, where do they kind of go for support?
Yeah, if anybody's struggling, do get in touch. The sooner you get in touch, you know, the more likely we can help you. The sooner the better. Don't leave it. I know a lot of people think, oh, I don't want to, and there's lots of barriers there. But just reach out, really. Just please reach out, because go to our website first and foremost. Our phone number is on there if you want to ring the office, or you know, you can fill in a referral form. It is self-referral to us, so you don't have to go through a GP or anything. You can go on there and refer yourself or refer a child or whatever. But all our services are on there, and if you've got any questions, email us, ring us, you know. But please just reach out if you are struggling, because we're there to help.
Yeah, 100%. Thanks for coming in, Nick.
No worries. Lovely, and thanks again for everything you've done for us.
No worries.